In the parable of the tenants, which is found in Mark chapter 12, Luke chapter 20, and Matthew chapter 21, a landowner rents out a vineyard to farmers. When he sends servants to collect the harvest, the tenants mistreat and kill them. Eventually, the landowner sends his son, who they also kill, resulting in the landowner taking the vineyard away from them and giving it to new tenants, representing God's judgment on those who reject his messengers or his prophets, and ultimately his son Jesus, by depicting the Jewish leaders as the wicked tenants who refused to acknowledge God's authority and mistreated his prophets and killed his son. So let's break this down on a deeper level. The characters in this parable. Number one, the landowner. The landowner is God, okay? Number two, the vineyard. The vineyard is Israel. Number three, the tenants. The tenants are the wicked religious leaders, or the Pharisees of the religious system of Israel, which was at the time under the old covenant of the law of Moses. So when the landowner, which is God, sends his servants, which are the prophets, to collect the harvest, the tenants beat them and rejected them. Landowner finally sends his son, hoping that the tenants will respect him, but they kill his son as well. The landowner takes the vineyard away from the wicked tenants and gives it to new tenants. Now we know the vineyard represents Israel. So 40 years after Christ's death and resurrection, as the gospel was gaining a strong foothold throughout the region. So in 70 AD, the Jewish temple, which was the headquarters of the Pharisees and the law of Moses, was destroyed by Rome. And the vineyard, which is Israel, was then completely occupied by Rome as well. Meaning that the wicked tenants, who represent the Pharisees or the religious leaders of Israel, have been killed or removed through the destruction of the second temple. And the vineyard, which represents Israel, had been given over to new tenants under the rule of Rome. Now what's so miraculous about this parable is this. It's the fact that in telling this parable, Jesus prophesied his death. And not only his death, but the removal of the wicked tenants or Pharisees from the temple and the land, also known as the vineyard, which at the time was given over to the rule of Rome. Christ is King.